speaking of that vaunted AL East, we actually had the Yankees had their first series against an AL East opponent. It was against the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Rays won every single game. We got swept by the Rays. We scored a couple. We didn't get unlike the Oakland series where we lost 2 out of 3, and Ahmad Rosario had to beat the A's single-handedly by himself in our only victory. The Rays, we took the lead against them, but then our pitching couldn't hold them off because the Rays every year, man, they're just kryptonite to the Yankees. Them and the Yankees, they always play great series. It's always a toss-up between them, and just like these games, leads weren't kept. Yankees were up 3-2. Then at one moment they're up 4-2. Then they lose 5-4. They lost 5-4 in back-to-back games. So the Rays have our number in a way because the AL East is pretty good, unfortunately, barring the injuries. But the Rays are every 4 to 5 years, the Rays always replenish, and they're always somebody to mess with because they scout pretty well or they trade pretty well, and most of the time during those 4 to 5 years, they're trading people. They traded Tyler Glasnow to LA. They signed Shane McClendon, but then they get rid of certain pieces. They gave us Jose Caballero, but apparently they knew something that we didn't know because they kept the good players like Yonder Diaz. He was the big component of the last 2 victories for the Rays. We called up Luis Gil. He went 4. He gave up 3. And then kind of that's pretty much it. But Cam Schlittler lost today as well. He gave up. He didn't have a good day. Well, maybe he had a good day. He went 5. He gave up 3. I don't consider that a good day in my own personal opinion. And he did have some good. He had some run support. He had 4 runs.
Well, I don't think, honestly, Ferris, like with your Yankees, I don't think you can blame the pitching. Pitching for you guys have actually been pretty solid.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't blame the pitching. I think this is the problem, right? Like I said during the preview, right? Like today's game, most of the runs were through Aaron Judge. It was 2 RBIs. He set up the runs. Like I said, if he's hurt and he's not in the lineup, we're screwed. Like literally, we pinch hit for Giancarlo Stanton with Randall Grichuk. It was a pinch run, but then Grichuk had to come in and hit afterwards. Randall Grichuk? You for real right now? This isn't 2014, and he ain't a Cardinal. You know what I mean? Like what are we doing here? We're bargain bin shopping. The Yankees are bargain bin shopping. They think, what happened with Matt Carpenter that one year where he was the best hitter in all of baseball for those 3 weeks he was a Yankee, then he broke his ankle? That's going to happen with these bargain bin dudes? No, it's not. Randall Grichuk is a bargain bin player for a reason. No one wanted him. You're the Yankees. You didn't get look what we did to San Francisco. San Francisco ain't good. Look how bad they've been. They couldn't score a run at all for weeks, for games. Now they're finally scoring, but they're hit or miss. Ahmad Rosario had to save you against the A's. You couldn't score a run. You lost 1-0 to them in the final game. What are we doing here? It's Aaron Judge or nothing. Jazz Chisholm last night said he didn't know 2 nights ago said he didn't know the rule in baseball. He didn't know a rule.
But that's always been Jazz Chisholm. He did that last year too.
It's mind-boggling to me that they thought we'll just trot the same team that got played out of the park against the Blue Jays. It's the same team. It's going to be the same team. It's fine.
No.
Knowing that 2 of your heavy hitter pitchers are still hurt, and it's the same lineup with Jose Caballero. And when Giancarlo Stanton isn't hot, he's nothing. He's been doing this his entire career. You throw a ball and it slides out of the zone, he'll swing at it in the dirt. He does that. He's been doing that for years. But if he isn't hot, he's a streaky. He streaks. He gets hot, he'll get you 40 home runs, a bunch of hits. The problem is, does he get hot? Sometimes he doesn't. And you're relying on other people. Like literally, Ryan, against the A's, 1-0. We got shut out by Jeffrey Springs. He went 7, no earned.
Yeah.
Like Ahmad Rosario, like what are we doing here? Ben Rice has been the second best hitter on this roster. They think Trent Grisham is gonna find something that he got from a couple years ago. No, it's not.
I think
He's back down to his level.
You're answering your frustration. It's not the players. It's the personnel that constructed this team. You
Brian
have a big problem
Cashman
with
needs to be fired.
There you go. See,
He
perfect.
needs to be fired.
There's your clip out.
Him and Aaron Boone need to be fired. But Hal won't fire them because the real problem is Hal Steinbrenner. Because he had to keep Aaron Judge, or he would look, or it would be embarrassing. So he gave Aaron Judge his money. But outside of that,
smart.
he does. Yeah. Well, I could have done that, Aaron, Brian. You could have done that. Adelia, Suge, we all could have done that. Sure, Aaron, here's the contract you wanted. I could, like, it's not that hard to do that. You know, and the thing is, Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman are his shields. They're his shields. They've always been his shields. People blame them too, but we know who the real problem is. It's Hal. Aaron Boone should not be the manager of the New York Yankees.
Do you think? Okay, so real quick question for you. We're not going to drag this on.
No, we're not.
Anthony Volpe, starting shortstop.
He stinks too. He got benched for a reason.
That's a Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone. That's not a Hal Steinbrenner move. That's Cashman and frickin' Boone going, we believe in our boy.
Yeah. I don't know why they never give Oswald Peraza a shot. Because you can't tell me Anthony Volpe beat him out in spring training.
Because Volpe is their boy. That's why.
Nah, ain't no way. Yeah, no, those shenanigans out there. I always thought to myself, Oswald Peraza was better. I always thought that. Not convinced with Oswaldo.
And you're not alone. There's lots of them that think that.
I think some shenanigans would. Yeah, the Yankees are the Yankees. They're probably gonna make the playoffs and they're gonna lose in the first round. It's the same team from last year.
Yep.
And because we're still waiting on Garrett Cole and Carlos Rendon. They're still not back yet. So it's basically the same team. Yeah, it's basically the same team. It's basically the same. We are 15 games in. It is baseball. There's 162, so I may be a little overreacting. But
no.
I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing the same thing we saw last year.